Auto punch, auto punch. Gonna talk about auto punch. Hey everybody. So I'd like to first apologize that I haven't been, well, I have been putting up videos, but I intended to put this video out earlier and it just didn't happen. And the main reason it didn't happen is I have a side hustle where I take cassettes like this, these old 8-track video cassettes, and I convert them into digital video and then give for people for home movies and that. And I do that with VHS cassettes. I do that with these, well, those ones I was showing you, and these guys too, these really thick guys. So the little 8mm and whatever the heck this is, it's like a giant VHS cassette or a miniaturized version of it. Yeah, and I do that on the side. This is currently not on, just so you know. It's over here. We are talking about auto punch today. This came up. Somebody asked me about it, and I said, "Sure, I'll make a video." And then I got somebody sent me a message on Facebook and said, "Hey, can you track down about 12 different video cassettes for me, and can you do it as soon as possible?" And I'm like, "Sure, because that's money, and every so often you just need money, so I can buy neat things like." Not this thing. This is not neat. Well, it's neat. It's cool looking. I like how it looks. But other stuff, and so I can pay bills and that. So I went, okay, sure. So, and that has taken up most of my time because it uses the exact same computer that I do this on. So, that being said, my apologies for being later on it than I wanted to be, but I'm here now for you, and we are going to talk about auto punch. So, first off, when you do an auto punch, so there's two types of auto punch. There's two types of punches. There's auto, which is where you let the system, this guy, this big guy right here, you let it run it. Is it better if I turn this on? No, it's worse. Okay, so you let this guy handle the auto punch, which is what I've set up here today, or you do it manually. Now you can do it manually. Just hit play, and while it's going, when you want to start punching, you hit record. So it's that simple. In this case, you can't really see those buttons on this right now. So there's play and record. So yeah, so I would just play it. I would run all around the world, and then I just hit record. Now, in this case, I don't want to do it at that point because I don't want to remove that. So that's how auto punch works. Or not auto punch, that's how manual punch works, and that's what you can do on anytime you want. Now, if you're like me and it's just you recording, you really don't have an option to do that. You have to go to the auto punch settings, so that way it will do it for you. Now let's see if I can just get this all in here. So on track 1, I have the vocals, and I'm going to use this microphone here as my microphone. So to put my stuff in, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a quick blurb after the vocals. So I want to let's get into the screen here first. So I've set up the auto punch. Let me show you. It's between track 18 and track 9, or not track 18, 18 seconds and 19 seconds. So it's like slightly larger than a second. And if I go to jog play, we're on track 1. So here you can see that is where my auto punch starts. It's got the little in button, and if you're wondering how do you do that, well, easy. So you have these buttons here. You have mark, in, out, and jump back. So to set it, you hold down mark. I'm not doing it because I've already set it and I don't want to mess it up. And then you hit the end button. So that now sets your beginning. This is where I want you to start the auto punch. Then you go to where you want it to end, and you do the exact same thing. You hold down mark, and then you hit the out button. And then it should show, what it'll show is on your screen, like I showed you here. Oh, I just unplugged it. So what I showed you on the screen, sorry about that. is you have the little marker there, a little arrow on there, and if I go to the next one, this is the next one, get it off of it, you can see the arrow going the other way. So that, see, the arrow's going the other way. That tells you what you're punching. So that's like, that's pointing from here, or from here to here. My hands are backwards. So this is my left hand. This is my right. So just looking at my video, I should actually see if I can flip that around. Okay, either way, doesn't matter right now. So that is how I have it set up. So right now it is set up to do from 18 to 19. Now you might be wondering, how am I making that work? That's easy. So once again, when you set up markers or anything, your rewind and fast forward work off of that. So if I hit rewind, it goes back to 18. It's hard to read because I have to faint it out to make it easier to see, and then it goes back to that. So that's how that works. So like right now I'm at track 0. Then if I go forward, then it puts me at 19 in this case, because I think I hit it twice. But either way, so there's 18, 19. So if I go all the way to the beginning, 0, there, 18, 19, and then the end of the song. Well, wherever I ended it before. So that's how that works. All right, so that's start number 1. I haven't turned this guy on yet. I will. We're not. I'm just. If I turn it on right now, it's gonna have 2 sets of my voice going through the system at the same time. I don't want that. So, all right. So now we've got our auto punch set. Next, now we go trying to get this in the picture, trying to get everything in the picture that's needed for this part. So you have the auto punch button here, which is not in the picture. Look at that. Okay, let's go a little bit further. There we go. So click on the auto punch button. Now it pops up and it asks some questions. Let's go look closer at the questions. There are the questions. So the mode, in, out. You can change the mode. So last recorded. In, out. I've never actually used last recorded. You have to play with that one. Try it out. So you say the pre-roll. Where do you want it to start? How far into the song do you want it to start? So you can change that. You can say you have up to, I think it's 9.9 seconds. So you can say 1 second, and if you roll it all the way, 9.9 seconds. So that means before it actually plays your part, you have a 9-second gateway. So that you have 9 seconds before you have to play it, or in this case 9.9, and then you have your post roll afterwards, is how much it'll play afterward. Now this is nice if you're trying to punch in a guitar part or something of that nature. That way you can start, because what I'll do is I'll do it at 9.9 seconds. I'll do it all as max as I can, have it play. I'll start playing so that I'm actually trying to match what I originally played. So when it actually hits the punch in, it then will be playing, it'll be recording me, but I will be matching what I was playing, so therefore it doesn't have a jolt. It will just have that in there. It'll be great. It'll sound amazing. It'll be wonderful. So that's what you're looking for. So in this case, I don't need it that long. Maybe 5 seconds. Because I'm just going to do a quick ba-da-ba-doo. All right. So, and then post-roll. Post-roll is how long do you want to play afterwards. And once again, maximum is 9.9 seconds. Generally, I do 1 second because I'm just recording this. Now, once again, when you do a auto punch, you can also do a playback and you can hear it back. So if you want it to be longer so you can hear more of it, see if it blended in better, then that's your business. So in this case, we'll do 2 seconds. All right. So now, going back up. All right. So I push the auto punch button. Oops. I did not want to push the auto punch button. All right. So I choose the F4 arrow. Oh, I should check because I might have reverted it back, but we'll see. I don't think it did, but we'll see. No, it did not. Okay, perfect. So now we're in auto punch mode, as you can see by saying there. And the auto punch button is on. Now, the things you can do in this case is you can sit there and you can play the part. So that's where I'm going to auto punch it. So it didn't play it, but well, it did, but it didn't tell you when it was going to do it. So pulling back further, let's pull to here. So I'm going to turn on track 1, which you can't see, but now you can see track 1 is recording. And to do an auto punch, all you do is you press record, and it'll start playing. So now I put in, turn off my record off here, see? So I turn off my record there. So now when I go to here, I play it. So you can hear my badoo is in there. So that's how you auto punch. You just select your location, and then I don't know why I'm talking about this thing. You select your location, and then it just automatically, and then you tell it when to record, when to stop, and then it'll do it. So in this case, that's what it did there. So it fitted in nicely. It just goes badoo, and that's what I wanted it to do. So it's not hard to do. It, like I said, out of the way. It's not hard to do. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Your friends can do it. Your mother can do it. It's, like I said, it's very handy, especially if it's just you, because then if you make a mistake, generally what I'll do is I'll record a guitar track entirety. So I'll just record the entire guitar track, even if I make mistakes, and then I'll go and I'll pass over it and listen to it, and then when I find a mistake, I will fix it up on the spot. That way I'm not what's the word? Well, I'm not going back to it later and then I have a different sound. That's the only problem with auto tune or auto punching. You have to do it. You have to make sure that you don't change anything. You keep everything the same. So then, if you're gonna do like a drum track, or not drum track, you're doing a vocal track, don't move the mic. Well, don't change the settings for the mic. Use the same mic. Have the puff or whatever it is, the shield, the pop shield, same distance. That way you're trying to match everything as much as possible. So that's my video today. Thanks again. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I will talk to you later. Bye.